Once, long ago, a girl named Katura lived with her great-grandmother in a little house on the forest's edge. The old woman had not long to live, and she worried about the child, for the two of them were all alone. One quiet night, the great-grandmother said,
Katura, when I die, you must travel to the distant side of the forest. There, on Halloween, a celebration will be held at the castle, and you will surely find someone you will love.
But winter is coming. I am afraid of the forest, so cold and so dark. And I think I shall never love anyone but you, great-grandmother.
My sweet child, I shall always be close to your heart, but most certainly you will love others.
Then she placed a fine gold chain about Katura's neck, from which hung the key to the little cottage.
When you leave this house, I want you to lock the door forever. But do not lose this simple key, for one day it will unlock something of great importance.
After a few days, the great-grandmother died peacefully. Then, just as Katura had been instructed, she locked the cottage forever and set out for the castle. Deep in the woods, dark spirits were gathering for Halloween. The most dreaded of all these spirits was the forest witch.
I shall soon put an end to this pretty one.
When she saw Katura alone, she disguised herself as a frail old woman.
Oh, my child, are you all alone in these woods? Allow me to lead you through the forest.
Feeling so terribly alone, Katura obeyed. Then the witch caused the north wind to blow and snow to fall, so that soon, frozen with fear and cold, Katura fainted and fell to the ground. Suddenly then, from out of the deep woods, crept a cat as black as night. Gently it brushed its tail against Katura's pale cheek and brought her rosy color back. And it curled up on Katura's chilled heart until the warmth revived her. Katura was so startled she frightened the cat away. Then, deeper and deeper into the woods she journeyed, until dusk settled all around her.
My dear, I'm sorry we became separated. It is dark now. Let me lead you, for I know the path.
Once more Katura followed, for she knew not what else to do.
I am here before you. Don't be afraid,
said the witch, and then, unseen in the darkness, she flew away. In pitch blackness, Katura tiptoed forward until she heard... Suddenly, she saw where her next step would surely have taken her. Over a cliff to her death.
Come back! Come back, Black Cat! You have saved me!
But the cat was gone. By now, the witch was furious. But then an idea came to her.
Aha! Let her live then, for now I see how she will be more useful to me alive.
A third time, the witch appeared in disguise before Katura.
My poor child, why did you not follow? I looked behind me and you were gone. Come with me to my cottage where I have a delicious supper and a cozy bed awaiting you.
No, I cannot, for tomorrow is Halloween, and my great-grandmother wished me to attend the celebration at the castle.
Of course, my dear child, but tonight you must take shelter.
Katura was afraid of the old woman, but she was more afraid of the cold, dark forest. In the witch's cottage, Katura slept unsuspecting.
Yes, child, you will be more useful to me alive.
The next evening, the old woman pointed the way to the castle.
Mind you return to me, dear.
It was Halloween night. As Katura neared the castle,
Help! Don't eat me, fierce demon!
Oh, don't be frightened, child. I am one of the king's royal guards.
for the first time, Katura saw that the many creatures were only people dressed in elaborate costumes. And now they were entering the castle.
Welcome to the celebration. Tonight, the king and queen will join us with the young prince who has been on a journey.
Then, seeing that Katura had no costume, he gave her a beautiful golden mask to wear. "Who is she?" everyone asked. Just then,
Her Highness, the Queen, and I have heavy hearts tonight. Our son was to return 3 days past, and we fear for his life. But we have not yet lost hope. Go home, and if our son returns, we will ring the midnight bells and summon you back.
3 days past. Perhaps the forest witch has killed him.
That cannot be, for the witch knows that a spell was cast upon the prince at birth, and anyone who kills the prince shall instantly die.
sadly, the guests returned to their homes. Katura had nowhere to go but to the edge of the forest.
Well, dear, did they talk of the missing prince?
How did you know the prince is missing? For the king has only just announced it.
I know many things. And what is more, I know that the prince is in grave danger. But you, my dear, can save him.
Suddenly, the witch reached into the dark hollow of a tree and unfastened one end of a chain. Bound by the cruel shackle was the black cat.
This evil cat is the cause of the prince's misfortune. Throw it over the cliff, and the prince will be saved.
But how will the prince be saved?
Do you question me? Do as I bid you.
The cold and the darkness did not frighten Katura, as thoughtfully she made her way all alone to the cliff's very edge.
Dear cat, I could never harm you, for you saved me in this very place, and surely your death cannot help the poor prince. I wish I could free you from this horrid shackle, but I do not know how.
Then, almost magically, a glint of moonlight struck her great-grandmother's simple key.
Keep it, and someday it will unlock something of great importance.
Her great-grandmother had said.
Perhaps this key will free you, dear cat.
Stop! Stop! Don't unlock that!
But at that instant, the key turned, the shackle opened, and the cat was a cat no longer, but the young prince.
You have disobeyed me!
Katura, get down! Then the prince snapped the broomstick away. And down, down to the depths fell the witch, and was never heard from again. Katura, let us return to the castle, and I will tell you the story of how I was transformed by the witch. As they entered the great ballroom, Katura shyly put on her mask. The king and queen wept with joy to see their son home again, and immediately they ordered the midnight bells be rung.
Why, the girl who saved our son is the very one we noticed earlier tonight. Won't you remove your golden mask that we might see your face?
Katura blushed deeply, and instantly they saw that her loveliness outshone even gold. By now, All Saints' Day had arrived, signaling that Halloween was over. With laughter and song then, everyone in the kingdom celebrated the brave journeys which had brought together the prince and Katura.